today.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Teddy Bridgewater. That's good.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Bridgewater's pass.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Stop made by Marlon Davidson. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun. Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Falcons take
So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The numbers for Jones last week, 14 carries, 52 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
He'll run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Jones.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And here's Murray on the keeper. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that
point. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Rashad Penny. That's good for a Cardinals.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Going right side here, and that's complete.
That's good.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
3-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Jones, the ball carrier.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He'll find Lindsay here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Complete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Cardinals 0.
To throw, it's Murray. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So out now come the Cardinals. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Penny. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43.
Now Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be taken back at the 2.
A loss of 7 yards.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
Yards on the play. And it's third.
To throw is Murray. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down, Murray. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Murray going to run on the option. Murray has the first down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
A gain of a yard.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
A 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Falcons offense set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Boyle. A gain of 5 brings up.
Operating from the gun, Murray.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
And it's 3rd and 5. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Murray. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Oh, incomplete.
Second
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Loss of 5 yards. And it's...
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on third down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
And 7.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14. Cardinals 3.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go to Elliott again. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
He was brought down by DeMonte Casey.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Murray's going to keep it on the option. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings
on 3rd down. Murray rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's the option play going left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 24. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Murray off play action. Rolling to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Murray sacked. A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
A loss of 5 yards.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. First down throw for Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A quick throw, but incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Bridgewater again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Bridgewater. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. This is Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Falcons.
On the option, it's Murray.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On second down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Operating from the gun, Murray able to connect with Mims. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Bridgewater. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Bridgewater now. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And Murray's going to keep it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Murray steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The football going back over to Arizona now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marlon Davidson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Bridgewater. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Murray.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 19-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A 32-yard attempt.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
So for the Falcons, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Arizona, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.